We're very grateful for passive prospecting, for you and Travis and the whole team. But the thing is, as you always said, consistency, consistency, consistency.
Today, we're talking with my good friends Cesar and Tania from Las Cruces, New Mexico, and they're absolutely crushing it. Never been in real estate before, came from the car business, and then moved to New Mexico to be closer to family, and then just said, let's get into real estate. But they didn't want to do things the traditional way. So they just were looking for an answer to their prayers, basically. And they came across what we were working on with passive prospecting, and Tania said, this is it. Now, of course, it was the old catch 22 with the husband and wife where they're like, you film, no, you film. And then they decided, okay, yeah, Cesar was going to be the one to film and Tania was going to be a little bit more behind the scenes and help out with some of the other aspects of the channel. But overall, great team. Started an English channel, by the way, and then decided to start a Spanish channel. So for those of you that have had this question come up, this is the interview you definitely want to watch because their Spanish channel has already gotten a deal under contract in less than 2 months of starting it. So they're getting more watch time, more views, mainly because the Spanish market is an underserved market, especially on YouTube. So now, twice the work. Yes, this is something that we've always talked about as well, is that starting 2 channels is twice the work. But at the same time, if you do it the way Cesar talks about in the interview, you'll see how he kind of doubles up on that content to be able to maintain both channels. So they're super excited. They've already closed multiple deals from their English channel, but the Spanish channel, again, taking off much faster and seeing better results, longer watch time, more views, and a deal under contract in less than 2 months of starting it. So they're having a blast. They're really looking forward to the future. And we know as rates start to come back down, they're going to be perfectly positioned to take advantage of that market shift once again. So I'm really excited to share this conversation with you. Let's jump into it. All right, welcome Cesar and Tania. How are y'all today?
Good. Thank you.
Good. Coming to us from New Mexico, right?
Las Cruces, New Mexico. Yeah.
Las Cruces. Is that south of Albuquerque?
Yes. I think
About
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours? Okay, not too bad. Yeah, we did a little cruise through Albuquerque a couple of months ago, so that was fun. Nice little town. At least the spot we went to Old Town and all that stuff around there. Did some sightseeing, so it was a good time. Nice and warm. Yeah, we stopped by the Breaking Bad. They have a Breaking Bad museum there downtown Albuquerque, and yeah, it was interesting. So they got a lot of stuff in there about Breaking Bad. But anyways, we're talking about real estate today. So all right. So first of all, so y'all are in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and how long have y'all been in real estate?
Going on 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. Y'all had to think about it, huh? It's been such a blur, such a blur. It's either going by so fast because you love it, or it's going by so slow because no. All right, so 2 years, 2 years, and then what were y'all doing before real estate? What was the reason or the transition into that?
So we moved from Tennessee. We're
Okay.
about an hour south of Nashville. We had a car lot there, small car lot. So, I'd go to the auctions, buy them, fix them, and then sell them. And then Tanya would do all the paperwork. So,
Like classic cars?
no, just any
Used
car,
cars.
used cars.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I always thought that'd be cool. Like go find all the classic cars and then fix them up and then sell them for hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Find them always, yeah, you find them for like 20,000. Okay, so just regular cars. You had a little dealership there. And so why New Mexico?
My mom started getting ill, so I wanted to move closer to them, to the family. So
Okay.
that's what we did.
Okay.
So we left Tennessee and moved to New Mexico.
So close to mom. And then were you thinking, hey, we're gonna start the dealership again here, or did you say, no, we're just gonna do clean slate and let's get into real estate?
Actually, we felt at the end of the pandemic, and we were going to open up another car lot, but it was so difficult just to get any kind of help. So we're like, you know what, forget that. Let's just start doing real estate.
Any friends or family in real estate, or y'all just said, let's just do real estate?
No, we
Nobody.
felt like we could maybe help or assist in that because we were looking into real estate, we were looking maybe into investing. We had sold our home in Tennessee, so, but there was nobody really that we could trust. So and nobody could refer us to anybody. So I feel like we're like, maybe it's something we can, do to help.
Hey, you should check out my new community for free. It's where I host all of my more in-depth trainings, and you're going to get access to step-by-step courses showing you how to get buyer and seller leads for your business using passive prospecting, a supportive community of over 1,300 members, and weekly group coaching sessions you can attend and ask questions. Now, this community is all about passive prospecting and getting quality buyer and seller leads through YouTube without spending a penny on ads or cold calling. Now, the link is in the description below, so make sure you join for free today and say hi to me when you get in the community. I look forward to seeing you there. Okay, there you go. And so you get into real estate, and do you have a mentor, a coach, anybody to show you the ropes, or you just, nope, just we're
When
gonna.
once we joined our brokerage, we did have a mentor. So
Okay.
she really assisted in that. But
You joined EXP from the beginning?
mhm.
Okay, yeah, and they assigned you a mentor, a local mentor?
Yeah, we researched a little bit, but we made sure there was a mentor here locally because we got in with EXP because the realtor that sold our home in Tennessee, he was with EXP. We really liked the way he worked and he was pretty cool. So we asked him like, hey, do you think we could do this? And he's like, yeah, these are business people and you just gotta be an entrepreneur and be into business.
Yeah. Great. So you get in there, and what's your main source of lead generation when you start?
Nothing. We didn't have anything. Honestly, I mean, my family already had their houses and friends. We came, so we didn't really know anybody. So yeah, yeah. It's a hard business if you come into it like that.
So
But-
so what did you do then? What was the,
so we just
you had to do
started telling
something.
we started telling friends. And then we just mainly started looking because we didn't want to do the door knocking or any of that. So I
Cold
mean,
calling. Yeah, and then we were just doing research, and then like at first it's a lot of learning, like a fire hose, right? It's learning, learning, learning. So as I was learning more, I came across your video, which was passive prospecting. We really like that,
the no door knocking, your video, you're just talking to the camera, you just relax and tell people about the houses and
the area,
the area. And I was
how we
like,
can bring value without, door knocking or
so then we started Googling, right? People here local who were doing YouTube, and all they would do is just the house, that's it. So we're like, you know what? The way you teach is better. I think there's more value. So I was like, I think we both liked it. So I wanted her to be, she's a pretty one, and she didn't want to, so I had to do
I
it.
can't do it
Oh,
all.
you started recruiting each other, huh? Oh, I like this,
I'm
but
like,
you're
I'll
gonna,
do this.
yeah, you're like, you're
I'll do
gonna
it
do
if
it.
you're
No,
the face.
you're gonna do it. Okay. So okay, let's rewind here a second. So you get into real estate. So you didn't really have a plan. You just like, let's do real estate. Now you're like, okay, you know what? But the thing is that I think that's the way most real estate agents start out. Is they go, okay, let's get into real estate, and then you get the license, and you're like, oh, okay, well, we passed that. Okay, so all right, what's the next step? Okay, well, and then usually they just go down the path of whoever starts, saying this is what you have to do, which is typically cold calling, door knocking, sphere. But you're in a new market, don't have a lot of friends or family there. Some family, but of course they're already established, not looking to make a move. So then you're like, okay, we got to generate business some way, but then you don't want to do it the traditional ways. And so you never really got into any cold calling or door knocking. Did you try anything first, or you just happened to stumble across us, and then you're like, oh, light bulb goes off, and you're like, that sounds like what we want to do.
Yep, that's pretty
That's
much it.
it. Okay, all right. And
Yeah.
then you tried to recruit each other to make the videos, right? Okay,
Well, I'm like, you do them because I'm not gonna be able to.
Well, see, and she's very good with paperwork. So she's like, if you go do the videos,
is that your way of saying you're not good with paperwork?
absolutely. I haven't done one contract. Not even.
And I guess
Don't tell nobody. Take that out. No.
and I guess you didn't do that in the car business, right? You didn't
No,
do the
no.
paperwork?
On my hands-on, fix it. I know how to do body work, paint, mechanic. So she would do all the paperwork. I just take them on, take them in the car. Oh, you like it? Yeah, all right. Well, my wife will take care of you.
All right, so let me.
No.
Okay, so now you see what we're working on, and you're like, okay, this could work for us. Now, you both seem soft-spoken, little not like you're all rah out there, what most people think you have to be for video. So how did you feel when you're like, okay, we're gonna do this? How did that feel when you're like, okay, now it's time to make a video? Were you excited? Were you nervous? Were you like, we're just got to do it?
Nervous, but I'm not afraid. And I've always been jump forward, maybe instead of thinking about it, like with the car lot. Well, let's do it. I told my wife, and she's like, let's do it. All right. So it was the same thing here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm not even going to do a script. I'm just going to go out there and do or die, baby. And that's what I did. I just went out there in the heat because it was super hot. And I was filming at about 100, and when it was about 115, and we had a whole month of 115
That was last year.
last year. Oh, it was so brutal, but I did not care. I was out there, and I would mess up, and it didn't matter because the editors are fantastic. Your editors are the best. We love them. So, anyways, so I would just talk. I would do a script. I would read a little from it, but what helped me in the beginning was that my glasses transition, so you wouldn't see where my eyes were. But so I would kind of read from a paper that I would put on the bottom of the camera, and that's the way I did it. And then just as I kept on doing more videos, I memorized the intro, and it just kept on going. So yeah.
So when you had a paper, were you holding with two hands the paper and the
No.
phone? No.
No, so I had the selfie stick like this,
Yeah.
and then here's the camera on top,
Uh-huh.
right? And then I had the paper. I would hold the paper with your left hand,
With the thumb.
with the thumb. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Like this, like
yeah, like that. I would open it up. Like, yeah, but I
It's
would
the
bring it. I would
threefold.
slide it all the way down. Slide
okay,
my
so
hand
kind
out
of
like
like
that.
this.
Yep, like just
Oh.
like that.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a new way. I haven't okay.
Yeah, like that.
Gotcha.
And I would do one hand, and over here, this one was free, and that's the way I did it.
Now, if you hold it like, yeah, you could be right below the camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could. Yeah, see, I've always shown people, I've shown people like the sticky note, the sticky note. If you do that, they'll definitely won't see that. And that way, if you just have some bullet points or something you want to try to remember, you can do that. And it makes
He has like a paper that's this big.
Seriously, it was a trifold. It was like this.
here's
Like,
here's this right
it
here.
was this size.
Okay. It's like, all right, so let me give you
Exactly.
let me give you
See, but
the
if you go back to my videos, you can't see it. It looks like I'm really looking at the camera, but
okay, I'm making my videos. Okay,
it
let
wasn't that
me
big.
let me give you the 200-year history of Lascsak. Okay. And
Yeah.
no, all right. So all right. So you use a sizable piece of paper. Interesting. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
I
folds
mean,
it in threes.
I fold it in three, hold it with my thumb, and then just look down, and then look at the camera, and then I just kept on practicing. But I'm the type of person that I need to just go out and do it. So yes, I was afraid. Yes, people yelled at me when I'm walking in the streets and what are you doing? We don't want you videoing and stuff like that. I didn't pay attention. I just kept on doing my thing. So yeah.
Hey, yelling that what they don't want you videoing, what they don't want you bringing people to the community or what?
Yes, yes, that's those negative comments on, but it's okay. I mean,
That's all right. We got something for them. I'll tell you afterwards though. So okay, that's good. So now you got some deals under contract. You got people in the works. You got people, a lot of people hanging on, waiting to sell their house, of course. And then and we know how sellers are right now. And clearly, if they're in another area and they're not priced correctly, that's probably why their homes are sitting. So you got a lot of people on the fence, closing some deals, and then you decided to let's just go ahead and start a second channel, right? Let's because one's not enough work, right? So we need to start a second one. So tell us about that second channel. You started one in Spanish.
yeah, so we were editing two in English, two a week. So then I told Tanya, I think we should do a Spanish channel. And then she said, it's going to be too much. And I said, nope, I'll do the videos. I'll do the videos. So for the Spanish channel, we started doing three videos a week. So I was doing a total of five videos a week, getting content. It's not as difficult as you think. I would do it in English first, and then I would redo another one, same one, but in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing. I just would have to do another extra video for the Spanish one because it's five total. So it was very stressful. Yes, it was a lot of work, but the Spanish channel has a lot more views, three times more, 3 to 4 times more. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
and
getting watch. They're watching longer watch time. You said, and it's only 2 months old and one under contract already.
yes.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. That's pretty fast. I mean, typically we see 3 to 5 months, sometimes 6 months. I mean, in this market, anything that started within the last year, definitely going to be a little bit more challenging. I mean, we've had practically 7.5% interest rates all of last year. I mean, that didn't budge much at all. Now this year it's been 7%. Now we're looking at 6.7. And I mean, I don't know, in September, now the Fed's talking about dropping a rate point. Here's the deal. If we go down to 6 or 5.7, it could get really interesting. That your main channel, that's where you could actually see the bump. And the Spanish channel, I mean, I think you're just going to continue to grow with that Spanish channel. It's just an underserved market right now on YouTube as well. So the few Spanish channels that I know of do pretty well. And so since you're already in that 2 month mark and a deal under contract, that's a lot of promise. And if you're getting that watch time, then that means YouTube's recommending that content more Spanish people. So could niche you down very, very nicely in that matter. So tell me too about that. How is the because I always talk about I mean, I know how the English YouTube clients are. How are the Spanish YouTube clients? Are they just as fun to talk with and ready to do business?
Well, let me tell you that that client already had other people or other realtors, right? She talked to somebody else locally, and she called one day on a Monday and said, hey, I'm here in Las Cruces and I need to buy a house, and can you take me tomorrow?
No.
I was like, yes. What time? I'll meet you there. And then I just started talking to her and she felt at ease. We met at McDonald's, sat down. I told her about the buyer broker agreement, and she didn't feel as comfortable. So then I said, okay, well, let's just, and it was still the end of July.
Yeah.
So then I said, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. Let's go see some houses. She saw a house, she fell in love with it, got into contract. It didn't go through, but then we're under contract again.
Okay.
So closing in within
End of-
30 days,
End of August.
end of August.
Nice, congrats.
So the leads from YouTube, even though, Spanish, English doesn't matter, they're quality leads.
Yeah.
They cash and they're ready to go. So
What's your
and
It's real easy to
above
get
the
them.
medium.
Yeah, it's real easy also to get them pre-approved, like, and I think it's because they feel they know you and they
Yeah.
feel that trust already. So when let them know, oh, this is the first step, you need to get pre-approved, your purchasing power.
She already knew the steps because
Yeah.
she had been seeing the videos in Spanish, and yeah, she was like,
people are already doing that research.
yeah, so it's great.
That's good. And what's your average price point in Las Cruces?
Well, I think now it's about 360. I think so. It's around 360.
Okay. What was that price point she bought in at?
415.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Above average. And then on the other channel, your English channel, have those price points been higher than the average?
Yes, as well. Mhm.
One was below, but the other two were
Okay.
above.
Just above or well above?
I think well above.
Well
Well,
above.
one was 415, the other one's 489.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Not bad, not bad. So you're getting some higher price points. You're getting clients that like you. They already come to you with the relationship, and maybe even leaving some other agents behind because they see the true value there. So
Yeah. There's other agents now saying, "Oh, I need to start a YouTube channel."
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
because they're seeing that we are getting business.
Yeah, you've got the head start now. That's what matters. Well, awesome. So tell me also, what have you learned through this process? What have you learned about getting on video, doing something that you have not done before in an industry you have not been in before? What's that been like? Has it been smooth transition, a little nerve-wracking, or you just kind of go with the flow, or all of the above?
Well, I'm the one doing the videos, but it's been nerve-wracking, I guess, and because I'm also dyslexic, so I'll turn I'll give you an example. On one of the videos, and I didn't know this until Tania pointed it out. You said this could be your home dream instead of your dream home.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to, switch some words around. I don't know if it's because I was the language of my heart is Spanish, not English.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
don't know if that's
maybe you're not dyslexic.
maybe, but I do that with a lot of words. So,
Well,
but anyway,
do you do that in Spanish though?
We haven't caught it on film yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you're not dyslexic. Maybe you're just because I know in Spanish they tend to flip-flop words.
Flip-flop words,
So
yeah.
maybe your translation's just a little
Maybe that's what it is, but even with that, I don't edit it. It's because I always remember you. People that are like you are gonna look for you, right?
yeah.
So we've seen with a bunch of our clients that they feel very at ease. They say, "You're not gonna judge me. You're not gonna." So they reach out, and and it's amazing. They're really good people. So
amazing clients for sure.
Yeah. So
So
anyway, yeah, I'm
is
not.
that when you're reading your giant notes, do you write those in Spanish or English?
I actually don't even write them. I
Oh.
can just.
Well, he writes them in English.
I write them in English
Okay.
because that's what I struggle with.
But he
So-
can say it.
But I'll just say it in Spanish, and it just flows. I mean, the videos are longer in Spanish,
Yeah.
and I don't want them to be longer. It's just I guess I feel more comfortable in Spanish.
Yeah. So Spanish is your primary language, or you grew
Yeah.
up bilingual?
Spanish.
Okay.
Spanish. I learned English in kindergarten, or I don't know what grade. I don't
Okay.
even remember,
Yeah,
man.
I'd say that's pretty young. So
Yeah.
I mean, your English, I mean, you sound great to me. So, I mean, I wouldn't, yeah, I would think maybe just growing up bilingual. But yeah, if you started in kindergarten, I think
Yeah,
that's,
but we flop back and forth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do Spanglish.
Spanglish.
Spanglish. That's awesome. Well, good. So what else, what have you learned as far as just, things that you weren't expecting, or, now that you've gone through the motions, like what are some aha moments, I guess, just going through the process that you could share with others?
Don't be afraid.
Okay.
Don't think that people are gonna judge you, I guess, on trying to be so perfect in video.
Don't procrastinate.
Don't procrastinate. Definitely don't do that. I mean, we wanted to do the whole, the program. I mean, we did it the way you told us to do, and we were having excellent results. But I think we pushed it, we delayed it, we procrastinated. And that's the biggest mistake you can do in this, in doing YouTube, doing the videos. So don't procrastinate, don't overthink things, forget the analytics, forget all that mumbo jumbo. Well, at least I didn't care because I don't really understand it. But if you can get past that, you're going to see a bunch of results like we are, and we're very grateful for passive prospecting, for you and Travis and the whole team. So you just got, and the other thing is, as you always said, consistency, consistency, consistency.
Yeah.
And yeah, we see how YouTube is pushing us out more. So we just followed what you said blindly. I mean, we just let's do it. He says it, let's do it, and we did it, and here we are. So,
I wouldn't say that's blindly. I mean, you're given the roadmap,
well,
so-
you guided us, right? And being not experienced in real estate, I mean, it's the best thing anyone can do.
You're saying kind of without pushback, because we do have people that come through the program and then they're like, let me go ahead and do it my way, and then they go off to the
Yeah,
side. How come I'm not getting results? And we're like, hey, look, just start out the way it's designed, because that's going to get you the traction. Adapting your own personality, your own style, that will come, and it will come a little bit later on. But if you try to figure out that from the beginning, I think it's just very difficult, and you kind of all over the place, which is why we want you to go down a specific path so that you can get that momentum, get in the repetitions, get comfortable, and then all of that other stuff, ideas and creativity and testing and experimenting, all that kind of comes into play. So, but you guys have been great on that, and just a pleasure to work with. Always enjoy having you on the calls and seeing you on there as well. So any final words of advice you would offer to anyone thinking about getting started on their journey?
Don't wait.
Don't wait.
smile,
Yes.
smile on the
Oh, yes.
videos.
Smile.
Learn to smile and talk, because otherwise,
You want to attract
you won't
people.
attract anybody, because you always look mad.
No, that's a
So,
great tip. Yeah, you ever watched a clip back whenever you weren't smiling the whole time and you're like, ooh. And it's
Mhm.
funny
tell
because
me you weren't
sometimes,
smiling. You weren't smiling. It's like, oh
yeah,
man.
I'll be going to record, and I just, somebody texts me, there's a fire, something's crashing and burning, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. And then I go, right before I hit record, I'm like, put a big smile on my face, and okay, all right, let me deal with that fire here in just a minute. But yeah, it's and one of my friends I was talking with the other day, he said, your content days, or when you're ready to record, he goes, whatever you do, he's like, don't check email, don't check your phone, just do your recordings first, get those knocked out. And I always thought, yeah, you know what? Because I always usually start the morning with business stuff. I'm looking through, I'm jumping in, I'm checking analytics, and as soon as I open my computer, then that opens up my email, and then if I have my phone close by, and then you start to invite in all the outside world, which could be a distraction, could be a mood killer, any of those types of things. So I think that's really good advice too, like you said. But yes, even if something happens right before you're about to film, just smile, and then remember to maintain that, so that you look like somebody that somebody wants to work with.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, that's awesome. I look forward to the continued success, and definitely can't wait to see how the Spanish channel plays out more towards the end of the year as well. And as interest rates start to come down, just know that you're really in a great position on both channels, I think, to capitalize off of that. And so all of the hard work, all of the effort, energy that you put into it, I think will really start to compound as the market starts to let up a little bit, as long as rates come down a little bit. Election time could be interesting, but overall, the fact that you've put in the work will definitely pay off here and soon. So congratulations to you both.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you
very
guys.
much.
All right. Have a great day.
All right, you too.